They say I hit that like button on the way in. The 229, Albany, Georgia's in the building. 973, New Jersey's in the building. Say the Bronx, New York is in the building. Say, well, poppin', Pastor, let's get there. 30 minutes of fire. The 919 is twerking on the like button. Appreciate that right there. Say I hit the light when I came on in. Shout out to Alpha King K all the way from Baltimore, Maryland. Say hit the light is STD Friday. Say, hey, Willie, STD Friday, the 801, Salt Lake City, Utah, back in the motherfucker 30 minutes of fire. Watch 23, 6, 9. Say, hey, chat, the 214 is in the building. Say, Shot Town is checking in. Say, let's go. Say, hey, Pastor St. Louis, Missouri's up in this thing. Y'all come on in. Alexandria, Louisiana's in the building. The 614 is in the building. Say, Pastor ready for STD Friday. Boy, I sure appreciate y'all. The VA is in the building. I say, gave that like button a dose of penicillin upon entry on the STD Friday. I like that right there. You say, I'm missing something. Say, hey, sugar. Say, front row seat just to hear you in these streets. Appreciate that right there. The 504 is up in here. That fire for that fire. The 500 likes is exactly what we need around here. Goddamn, we're trying to do some strange things out in the community. Shout out to Winston for the $1.50 cash. Shout out to the 614 is here for STD Friday. Pastor, I appreciate you being here. Hey, sugar. Say, hey, Pastor. Say, LaTonya for the $2 super chat. Thank you. Pastor, here's my offering. Appreciate that. Hey, sugar, the 912 Savannah's in the building. Say, Memphis 10 is in the house for STD Friday. Say, love from Louisiana. Hey, my chocolate covered nephew. Say, lick that like button. That's how we do things out here on STD Friday. Goddamn, we gotta be freaky out here in the screen. The 210 is in the building. That's what's up. Man, I appreciate y'all for joining the player. Hold on. Let me. The 614 by way of the 202 is here for that STD Friday nightly good news. The 202 is checking in. The doors are open. Off today, no verbal warning. I'm trying to listen. It's a good thing when we don't get them verbal warnings, because we can go to work the next week and still keep trying to do the same thing that could have got us the verbal warning. Tampa, Orlando is in the building. Say, hey, everybody. And shout out to I Dodged the Trap for the $5 super chat. Say, I'm dropping like a running nose. Pastor say, about to pass it to my la-la out here. Do exactly what you need to do. Go ahead on to get in. Do not be afraid to step down and step on. Put your mouth on something. Happy monkeypox day out here in Nemo. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag sweet fish in the street. What it do? Shout out to Sean for the $3 cash. Y'all say some STD Friday tides. I appreciate that right there. Yes, I do. Man, y'all come on in. Sit on down. Have you chose to be a good parent with your children? Have you gave them exactly what they need to make it through the rest of the night? Sleep. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying that acetaminophen and melatonin makes you a good parent in the time of need out here. Because sometimes we do need to lay their little hot ass down, because they be wanting to run around and move around and talk about mama, daddy, cousin, sister. You know what I'm saying? Just bothering people for no other reason than to bother people. And I think that that's a real big problem, and that's something that we got to fix, and we have learned. We've learned ourselves how to fix it. Melatonin and acetaminophen, sit there down, put that shit in some Kool-Aid, man. And you know they like the big cups of Kool-Aid. They really gonna be night, sleep. Oakland, California is here. Say, bring it for STD Friday. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Chase for the $2 cash. I say STD Friday, and I'm off for the summer. Hashtag keep your own kids out here. Fuck them churn. You know what I'm saying? Say. The 727 Clearwater, Florida's in there, bitch. Say Dayton, Ohio is here for STD Friday. Say dying for them children. Listen, dying for them children. Fuck them children in the community. We don't care about them children, but we love them, as we say around here, because we do present ourselves to the public as if we love children. As we supposed to. Here we go. I ain't even much gonna hold you. Let's step on into something. How y'all doing? And welcome. I am Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining the player. Subscribe. Please remember, go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Y'all check out a few things. Subscribe to the website. If you would like to support a player around here, you can get something for you and them little ugly ass babies by clicking the gear link on the website. If you'd like to see what we call the event video, click around to the Patreon, the Willie Williams Show. The link's down there in the description. I need you liking, sharing, telling somebody about a player. We try to get the thumbs up over 500 in every show so we can do something to the algorithm. Listen, we got a PayPal link down in the description. We got $, top and bottom. Willie Williams Show, that is the cash app. And if you just so happen to hit that super chat, please don't go over $5 because the player don't know if he getting it or not. They say I get 30, they say that they get 70. God damn it, I think they getting a whole 100. Remember, the midday news show, if you can't watch it with your eyes and you can't use your peripherals and see a player, big word, I hear you got near screen. We do got a thing called a podcast on Anchor and Spotify, the Willie Williams Show. Please follow me on IG and Twitter at the WW Show. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
You crying for what? What felt so good? The dick ain't never coming like that. You said it felt so good. Like you really crying. What the hell? You ain't never realized crying though. Talking about the dick was so good. That's why you was crying when my dick was still inside you. I thought I was raping you. I had to stop. What the fuck going on? You crying for what? What felt so good? The dick ain't never coming like that. You said it felt so good. Like you really crying. What the hell? You ain't never realized crying though. Talking about the dick was so good. That's why you was crying when my dick was still inside you. I thought I was raping you. I had to stop. What the fuck going on?
Player say that meat was so good, goddamn it, he thought he was R-ing her. He was doing her dirty, but that baby was... Now, shout out to all the players who have not made it to that point of where you can make your little la-la or something like that right there. Drop tears and shit. We're going to pray for you. We're going to try to get you up the park. Goddamn, you got to get testosterone up. You got to start walking around the neighborhood and stuff like that right there. You just can't be laying around and ain't got to scream. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out there and damn it, you got to do some push-ups, something like that right there. You got to get your hunch up. Listen. And this for the babies. Let me help the babies out in the community because it is not fair. It is not fair for y'all to be shortchanging these babies out here in these streets when you just trying to get you. But what you failing to realize that your name is all you got out here in the community. I know. Mama them had done told you that all you got is your name. Or that was back when I was coming up. Our adults was telling us that all you got is your name. You got to stand on it. Damn it, your name, your face need to be clean out here and you ain't got in the street. You know what I'm saying? They know you by name, they know you by sight. So your shit got to be at the party. 210 is checking in again. YouTube failed with the notification. Can somebody, damn it, we already gave them a verbal warning. We got to start with it right up. You know what I'm saying? But listen. This for the babies. I'm trying to help the babies. All y'all players that's just in it to try to get y'all nut, y'all got to stop that shit right there, man. Listen, if it's just about to get your nut by yourself. And then when you link up with your little la-la or little side piece or somebody that you had just met on STD Friday, you got to work. A lot of y'all don't want to work. A lot of y'all want what comes from working, but you don't want to work to get it. This is a problem out here. Especially when it comes down to that orgasmic stuff. Big word. I ain't out in the street. I'm going to need for y'all to really practice. Take your time. You know what I'm saying? Shake your leg or something when you about to get there. Come on out and think about it. Walk around the room and get right back into it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't bust off because it's time to bust off. That's just stupid. We possibly need to change this into a felony out here because this is a failure to satisfy a customer out in the community. Bitches are a first degree. A first degree felony is what we might want to go on and put that there on because this is disrespectful and it make you and your family look bad. Because if you ain't doing what you supposed to do out here, nobody might not mess with your family. All the females may stop messing with your family. And you don't want to damage the family now, do you? You know what I'm saying? But shout out to all the aunties out here who ain't scared to bust it open. Talk to them.
Hey, pal. So they ain't never look like this, your ass.
They ain't never.
Tell how old you is. All right, then. Don't play like that.
Don't play with auntie.
Hey, pal. So they ain't never look like this, your ass.
That's Aunt Pam.
Tell how old you is. All right, then. Don't play like that.
And shout out to auntie for the low cut too. Listen, low cuts ain't for everybody. That's not for everybody. Just cause somebody look cute with the low cut don't mean that you can be cute with the low cut, or it don't mean that you gonna be cute with the low cut either. That baby is still able to wear a short, the short dress. She say she's 60. Why y'all buy this? Why her body look better than y'all body? Say that's an old video. Say they ain't crying like that no more. Shh. Shh. I just... Gotta get back to working out though, playboy. They get back to working out. To all the players and the babies who think that they ain't crying no more, you gotta get your game up. You gotta start eating fruits and vegetables. I'm trying to tell you something. You gotta get your stamina up now. I'm just saying. You don't know what's going on in the community. You gotta get outside now. You gotta...
Hey, pal. So they ain't never look like this, your ass.
They ain't never.
Why y'all bodies look worse to her? Why her body look better than y'all's? And y'all's in y'all 20s. Y'all in y'all 30s, y'all in y'all 40s, y'all in y'all 50s. She said, Auntie Pam say she's 60.
Oh, yeah. All right, then. Don't play like that.
Everybody can't wear them dresses no more either. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but everybody can't wear them goddamn dresses like that and still be popping. Listen, you can put the dress on if you want to, but that don't mean that you're popping out here in these streets.
Hey, pal. So they ain't never look like this, your ass.
They ain't never.
Tell how old you is. All right, then. Don't play like that.
I guess she told y'all. You think your little la fine, all that shit right there? Yeah, she might be fine now. Give her ass 10, 15 years. Let's hope that she stay fine. Because a lot of us be having the argument, well, shit, over 10, 15 years, and your ass done got fat. Your ass done got bad body too. I'm just trying to tell you something. Listen, we can't jump on one without jumping on the other. And a lot of females, they don't really talk about us gaining weight like that right there because maybe we paying bills and we taking care of shit. You know what I'm saying? But truth be told, they still like that cut up player. They still like that cut up player who ain't gonna do shit to them but talk to them like they supposed to be talked to when they out here acting like hoes. You know what I'm saying? They still like this body. They still like it to be cut up and shit like that for you to stand on up in your Timberlands and shit like that right there with no shirt on, with your boxers showing, with them baggy jeans on and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You outside cutting the grass and shit. You know what I'm saying? They like that. That look sweat all down your damn back, glistening and shit. But your stomach is out there here and you acting like, shit, I'm knocking them down. Imagine if your stomach wasn't out there. You can make them cry again. I'm just trying to help out here. I can't just be saying something about the babies and don't say nothing about the players. Yeah. Stand up in that thing with. Do you know we get tired quick when we got that weight on us? That go for male and female. That's why when it tripped me out, oh, there's nothing wrong with being fat. Have you ever hunched when you were skinny? or not fat? Do I got to keep teaching? Do I got to keep talking? But men, they like big girls. I ain't saying that they don't, to each his own. I'm just saying. You ever saw how a dude that say that he like the big chicks look at the slim thicks or look at the thicks or look at that baby that's proportioned right. But he with you, and you a big baby out here. You jello pudding out this motherfucker now. Yeah, he love you and he with you. Just pay attention to how he look at the ones that's not your size. Again, we play too much. And I'm not saying that there's players who don't like the big babies. Just pay attention to when they looking at somebody that's not your size. If you want to find out if we lying or not, I'm trying to help. When these babies saying, baby, it ain't nothing wrong with your body. I like your body how it is. Pay attention when she look at that dude that's cut up and shit. I know, I'm hurting some players' feelings, but damn it, the truth is the truth around here in these streets. And let me help you players out too. When you get your body right, that means that your energy is up. That means that your breathing is up. That means your testosterone is popping like it was when you was a teenager out here in the street. Remember when we can bust like 2-3 times in an hour, man? Your ass fuck around and get over 40 and fine. Woo! It's a holiday event, boy. If you done up around and bust 2. You bust 2, you ain't doing nothing else around the house. Shout out to Sean for the $1.25 cash out. He say shit out here. Say Sean and Winston. Say shout out to Sean and Winston. I appreciate y'all out here in the goddamn street. You know what I'm saying? I really, really do. I need your support. We need to get over 500. Do not disappoint me. This here service. Damn it, we got a collection plate going around. We got a PayPal. We got the Cash App. We got the Super Chat. I appreciate everything that y'all doing around here. Damn, I'm trying to school a little bit. This is NCD Friday. Going on to catch that shit. Do not be afraid. Puss up. Hit. Go raw. Go home. Go raw. Go home. It's not about you and your significant other. It's not about you and the one that you are holding matrimony with. My condolences to you.
I had to walk around with this wet ass coochie. I had to walk around with this wet ass coochie. WCD, also known as wet coochie disorder, affects hundreds of women around the world, hundreds of bed sheets, and hundreds of mattresses. What many would see as a blessing can turn into a nightmare, especially when you have men beating down your doors. I've had many soaked and sleepless nights, and sometimes I can't even stand or walk straight because my coochie is so saturated. I even did 2 years in a women's state prison for drowning a man. A lot of people think I have a fat ass, but in reality, I'm wearing a diaper to try to control this wop. Ladies, if you are struggling with WCD or wet coochie disorder, this post is about visibility and community. You are not alone.
You babies ain't alone. You is not alone out here in the community.
I had to walk around with this.
People play too much, huh?
WCD, also known as wet coochie disorder, affects hundreds of women around the world. Hundreds of bed sheets and hundreds of mattresses.
Hundreds.
What many would see as a blessing can turn into a nightmare, especially when you have men beating down your doors. I've had many soaked and sleepless nights, and sometimes I can't even stand or walk straight because my coochie is so saturated. I even did 2 years in a women's state prison for drowning a man. A lot of people think I have a fat ass, but in reality, I'm wearing a diaper to try to control this wop. Ladies, if you are struggling with WCD or wet coochie disorder, this post is about visibility and community. You are not alone.
You are not alone. Now we will see it as a joke. Shout out to Sean for the $2 cash out. Appreciate that right there. Listen, a lot of people may see this as a joke, but sometimes they listen. That monkey be acting up on these babies. Do you know that they still sell panty liners? Y'all ain't know? Listen, there's some babies out here who is dealing with wet monkey. The wind blow. Some rub up against them breasts. It just early in the morning. They work first shift. You know what I'm saying? They in the car and the car vibrate. They on a motorcycle, that bit vibrate. Jeez, that thing. Oh, Jesus. It's a beautiful thing, boy. You fuck around and blowing her in, go to draining out here in the community. You know what I'm saying? prayers go out to the babies who do not get wet at all. This is the issue. You need to talk to your pharmaceuticals. Well, your OBGYN. Damn it, I think we got some medication for that out here. We got a thing called KY, but damn it, we want y'all to get back to when they used to work on its own. We really don't want y'all putting that, like, adding products and stuff to it. We want to get y'all to where it can work on its own. And I think that you need to exercise. Exercise for a lot of babies can get them chemicals out your body. You got to take off from the meat sometime. You know what I'm saying? Take off from the you got to drop the carbs. You know what I'm saying? You got to drop the carbs. You can cheat every now and then, but you got to be able to flush your system. Your estrogen low. We ain't been with that low estrogen. I ain't even got that screen. You know what I'm saying? If that thing can't moisturize by itself, baby. I'm trying to help. Say Super Soaker Pro. Shout out to the soakers out here in the I'm trying to help, babies. This is an issue for a whole bunch of people. And my condolences. Y'all got to pray for these babies out here now. I'm trying to tell you. Here they say prayer work. If prayer work, we can pray about that monkey. And we can really see if that prayer work. That's a definite way to find out if the prayer work out here in the goddamn street. Or should we be going to the OBGYN and get what they tell you to go on and get to refreshing that thing, and or take your advice from the Willie Williams show? Well, I'm telling you, change your diet. That's number one. Your blood flow is restricted, babies. Your blood flow is restricted. I'm trying to tell you. He say, piss as fuck out here in the goddamn screen. Look at this beautiful baby up on the screen. Do y'all know who this baby is? Well, this is somebody who is asking for forgiveness. The beautiful baby is asking for forgiveness. In case y'all don't know who this is or who mama this is the shooter's mama. I ain't even watched the video, but they said that she asking for forgiveness. Let's watch it together.
No tengo palabras.
Oh, turn that up again.
No tengo palabras para decir, porque no sé lo que estaba pensando. Él tenía sus razones para hacer lo que hizo. Y por favor no lo juzgan. Yo nomás quiero a los niños inocentes que se murieron. Perdóname.
Oh, I forgot that y'all ain't Hispanic. What? Damn it. My bad.
Perdóname, hijo. Yo sé, él tenía sus razones.
This what happens when you don't watch something and then you play the shit. I did not know that this is all Hispanic. Shout out to my Hispanic brothers and sisters out here in the goddamn street. Somebody need to translate, but y'all asked me to translate. She say, damn it, he ain't mean it. He was just playing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he shot his grandma, but just, I've been wanting to shoot the bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, damn it. He went round there to talk to some damn body, and the gun went off by mistake on purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's what she possibly saying out here. Say, Willie, did you see where they say he was shooting for 12 minutes before he entered the building? Fuck it. I done saw so much shit. It is so ridiculous. Let me. All right, hold on. Hold on, because I thought that I already had it loaded up and ready for y'all, but obviously I don't. There's a lot of things going on. This one. Okay, I'm not even gonna download it. Damn it, I'm just gonna play the fly shit, cause they did too much, and they've been telling fibs. They've been telling fibs out here. And this is why when these type of things happen, we have to go live and put out exactly what they're saying, and we got to keep going live to talk about what's going on, because we can compare and contrast. Big words out here in the goddamn street. Damn it, they're gonna tell their story. They're gonna tell their story, and they should be allowed to tell their goddamn story. But when their stories keep contradicting, it's a problem.
Coming via the 911 call, and if so, why not? And if so,
speak to the level of investigation, including that?
Yeah, well, that question will be answered, but I don't have I'm not going to share the information we have right now. Because I don't have the detailed interview right now.
Go ahead, sir. Go there.
Yeah. Barricade situation. Did any police officers go in and get their own kids while the parents were outside?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
He was asked, did some officers go in and get their own kids? He said, as far as he's aware of, he don't know. But I was on World Star. Hold on. Since you're here, we got time. Oh, we got time today. Hold on. Because I just can't let it go, y'all. I really, truly can't let this go. Bam, bam, bam. Hold up. Because I'm on World Star. And I saw this here before I came on, but for some reason I did not capture this. Because it's just 39 seconds. Hold on.
Alexa, what's the move for Memorial?
Hold on. We got to wait till that right there pass. Let me go on and grab this screen. Let me go on and put it up here. I told y'all, I don't be believing shit. I got a problem with belief. Hold on, wait. Damn it. Oh, well. I think that's a good enough size right there. Let me go ahead on and put this over here so y'all can hear the question and y'all can hear the police response. Here we go.
We've also heard word that Border Patrol agent was struck with gunfire, a few officers shot. We've heard that some law enforcement officers actually went into school to get their kids out. Can you talk about that?
Right, so we do know, Vanessa, right now that there was some police officers, families trying to get their children out of the school because it was an active shooter situation right now. It's a terrible situation right now. And of course, just as we mentioned, the loss of life, it's just terrible. It's a terrible tragedy right now that took place. But again, we got to keep acknowledging those brave men and women that actually were there on scene that met the suspect, and of course we know that they were met with gunfire. Some of them were shot, but at the end of this, the suspect was shot, is now deceased. The threat is now neutralized.
We be lying so goddamn much. See, now I can play this as, yep, he said it. Yep, he said that right there. He said that the police went inside. This is what a lot of people is getting this from. It's from what he said. But we got to play it fair. If you listen to what he said.
Kids out. Can you talk about that?
Right, so we do know, Vanessa, right now that there was some police officers, families trying to get their children out of the school because
there was some police officers, families trying to get the kids out of the school. It's all about words, y'all. Shout out to Sean for the $1 cash shout. He said, can you shout me and Winston? Shout out to Sean and Winston. Is y'all together? That's what's up. Get it in. I don't care. Do that.
Situation right now. It's a terrible situation right now. And of course, just as we mentioned, the loss of life, it's just terrible. It's a terrible tragedy right now that took place. But again, we got to keep acknowledging those brave men and women that actually were there on scene that met the suspect. And of course, we know that they were met with gunfire. Some of them were shot. But at the end of this, the suspect was shot, is now deceased. The threat is now neutralized.
All that shit. Listen, they've been telling so many different fibs. We don't know what to believe. At first, it was the Border Patrol agent went on up in there. Next, we heard that a few police officers came in contact with him before he went in, but they couldn't stop him. And they called the people, we need help. We need y'all to get down here. And then I done saw something else to where they was holding back people and shit and tasing people to stopping the parents from going on the inside of shit. And then I heard that a player was in there for a whole hour. They said this shit popped off a whole hour. He was on the inside because they were waiting on some other guns. Something is really a problem out here in the goddamn street. Shout out to Rashika for the $10 cash shout. Say, where's my President Trump at? I'm trying to tell you. Listen.
Go ahead. Yes, please.
How many children called 911 and you know for a fact if any of those children died?
I know for 2 for certain did, and those 2 did not die.
They say so 2 called in. 2 children called in. Okay.
that propped down? And why was that propped open door still propped open even after the incident was occurring with shots being fired at the funeral?
Because they said that one of the teachers had the door propped open, the same door that he went in was the door that was propped open. Okay.
Bottom line is, we reported what happened. That back door was propped open. It wasn't supposed to be propped open. It was supposed to be locked. And certainly the teacher that went back for her cell phone, it propped it open again. So that was an access point that the subject used.
So is the teacher a part of the incident? That door was not supposed to be open. It was propped open, and then somehow it closed, because when she went back for her phone, she propped it open again. What is we doing? What is we doing? Say, I don't believe you. We need more people. You need more people. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, I'm not calling them a lie. I believe exactly what happened, YouTube. I believe everything that's being said. We just got questions. Shout out to Sean for the $5 cash app. I appreciate that right there.
Go ahead, Blue. Go ahead. Hold on.
You have said in hindsight mistakes were made. A Democratic congressman is now calling for the FBI to investigate the response here. Yeah. Is going to be held accountable? Well, first of all, we welcome the FBI. There's a reason why there's the FBI special agent in charge behind me right now. They play a vital role. And again, this is...
I just want to say, look at them players behind them, man. Listen, they look like them good old boys, and those should have been the boys on the goddamn ground when the player went on up in there and shoot. See, one thing I know about certain people, they ready to shoot. They ready. You don't play with folk and a gun. Man, we've been shooting since we were 2. The fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are the boys who were supposed to have been on the ground when shit went to popping off and shit. I don't know who the hell they done hired at that police force.
It's about finding facts and reporting facts as quick as we can. It's not about trying to defend, or it's not about trying to assess or even be hypercritical. It's about the facts and sharing whatever we learn on the facts as quick as we can, be as transparent as we can. You know, okay, the media, but more importantly, the parents and the public, the citizens of Uvalde and Texas.
Hold on, sir, hold on.
The chief of police of the Consolidated Independent School District is the incident commander.
He asked who was the commander. They say the chief of police was the incident commander. Shout out to Sean for the $1 cash. I say we chilling. They keep doing what you're doing on this Friday.
It's his school. He's the chief of police. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to discuss this later. There's an ongoing criminal investigation.
It's an ongoing criminal investigation, and I had to think about this here for myself. Why they took all them children? Because they're going to find out that they took children to the funeral homes. Why did they move? I understand you transporting children that have a chance of living. I get that. You use the ambulance, you do that right there. I get it. Why would you move the dead? Why would you move the dead when, like he said, that there will be an investigation? Typically, after any type of murder, homicide, or shooting incident, you don't move the body. What is we doing? I understand you move the body of the living. Got it. They need help. Boop, boop. CPR. Boop, boop. Plug the wound, goddammit. I get you. But you moved up the ones that wasn't gonna make it. You just... Shout out to Demetrius for the $4 cash app. Say SED Friday offering. I appreciate that right there.
That teacher being investigated and working with. I'm not going to get into that. Go ahead. Yeah, man. The chief of police of Consolidated Independent School District. He was convinced, and again, I'm going to go back and say, he was convinced at the time that there was no more threat to the children, and that the subject was barricaded, and that they had time to organize with the proper equipment to go in. The subject already had hit, 3 officers, and hit 2 officers, and I didn't answer the final question. A third, a Border Patrol agent was grazed as well, but no police officer was seriously injured.
No police officer was seriously injured. They stood outside and waited until they can regroup for one shooter. They were trying to hope that the kids was okay with a shooter on the inside. Shout out to Linwood for the $2 cash out. He said, now the teacher husband had a heart attack. Say, sound suspect. Listen. Somebody made 21 crosses with their names on it, dates and all that fly stuff right there, and they did a memorial. I guess outside of the school or down the street or something like that. A memorial thing that everybody was able to go to, and they putting the flowers out and the bells and the candles and all that fly shit right there. The husband of the teacher, because they said that he was law enforcement. All right, cool. They recorded him going to the lacrosse thing and put the flowers or whatever he had to put to her cross. He done fucked around and had a heart attack. I can't. Okay. That's what they say happened. It is what it is. I'm not saying that a person can't die after someone close to them died, because it does happen. I'm just saying.
Yes, they did.
I don't even know what she said. Somebody, shots fired or something.
She shot, and I went through the timeline before where he continued to shoot periodically, sporadically. The last, I think I already gave you this.
I like what she was saying. Wow, y'all was waiting outside for the proper security, artillery and all that fly shit right there. He's still in the house. He's still in there busting off sporadically. Every night, where I ain't any goddamn scream. Yep, the broken heart syndrome. That's for real. In case y'all don't know, you didn't listen. You done been with somebody for a good little minute. Y'all been peeing and blowing in each other and shit like that. So y'all got that like connection. And if one die, typically you die. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're old enough, you typically die. Shout out to Leandra for the $10 cash out. Say, I can't listen, but I still support your play. I appreciate that right there.
Timeline, I'm sure I went through it, but the last time that the shot right before the entry, okay, was he shot at 12:21.
Okay.
So
At the officers or at the children?
No, not at the children. We don't know yet. We believe it was.
That's a good answer. We don't know if he shot at the children and or the police, but hell, he can't shoot at the police if the police outside. Damn, I should have been a lawyer. Some
at the door is what he fired at.
Go ahead. Hold on.
What kind of equipment did law enforcement have at the scene in each specific moment of the response?
I think he said, what type of equipment did the police need in order to respond? That's a great question.
We know that beginning when the BORTAC agents arrived, they had 3 ballistic shields.
There's 3 ballistic shields. Is he talking about the bulletproof vests? The plates? Is he talking about that? Because he said ballistic shields. Oh, no. Well, he said there are 3 ballistic shields. So is that the shield that you walk with? I have no idea what a ballistic shield is. Can somebody educate me?
Last question.
Last
question. The SWAT shields? All right, cool. Thank you.
Hold on.
I don't know. No, that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to let's answer the question.
What do you think you should have done that you didn't?
I've already said that. I've already said, first of all,
it's an armored shield. All right, perfect. So if they had the ballistic shields, what the hell took them so long to... so is he saying that they was waiting for the ballistic shields to go in? That's probably what he was saying. All right. But when y'all go to the trap house You might have one ballistic shield on the way in and shit like that, but a lot of times y'all go to the trap, y'all don't have no shields. Ask me how I know.
Hey, Texas embraces and teaches, okay, the active shooter doctrine. The active shooter doctrine, as long as there's kids, as long as there's someone's firing, you go to the gun, you find them, you neutralize them, period. And there's only, there are some nuances with transition to a barricaded subject, and also transitioning to a hostage situation. And of course, the decision at the scene was that this is still a barricaded subject that did not go back to an active shooter situation.
How do y'all know that he was a barricaded subject if y'all not inside the building? Or maybe he's talking about like closer to the end of the situation. Because if y'all was afraid to go in and he was in there shooting the shit out of people, at what time did y'all go in? Because I heard some other reports to where they say he walked in, he walked down the aisle, and he made a left, and then he went into the second door. How y'all know that? How y'all know that if y'all ain't go in? I am so confused. Shout out to Sean for the $2 cash. He say, me and Winston chilling, say he got me hooked. Listen, I appreciate that right there. I appreciate y'all being around here, paying attention to a player. Remember, tell somebody about Pimpin'. Here we go.
What? Yeah. Where is the police chief, and why is he here to take our questions?
Well, because I'm here to address the latest timeline and facts that we know. You're certainly welcome to reach out to them.
Yeah, because we supposed to hear from the police chief, but you're doing the best you can with what you got. You know what I'm saying?
I defer to, you want to get the question?
Hey, hold on. All right, then. How many children were pulled out? Hold on.
I think that was it right there. But, hell, since you're here, why not just click on something else? Hold on. The Texas police struggle to explain Oh.
Every day I make
let's see
around
what CNN
$10,000,
say.
and it's all online. It's actually not
if y'all got
real
time,
estate. If
y'all got time, then we can do it. I don't.
2 days after the mass shooting at Robb Elementary, the story of what happened when the gunman arrived on the campus.
I'm watching it with y'all. This is my first time. I have not watched this shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just in a view. Shout out to 80 mil for the $4 cash out. Say watch the same PD shoot and unarmed motherfucker next month. Y'all just remember what was just said.
Has fundamentally changed.
There's a lot of possibilities. I don't have enough information to answer that question just yet.
The new details revealed in a bewildering press conference with the Texas Department of Public Safety.
He walked in unobstructed initially. He was not confronted by anybody.
Remember they told us there was officers who confronted him. Now they coming back saying he wasn't confronted by anyone. And I do understand stories change from different medias and things. Different people say different things, but then we got to teach people. Willie say hush, but if you don't know, hush your damn mouth.
To clear the record on that.
Police revised earlier reports that the gunman engaged with a school resource officer. According to investigators, 12 minutes passed when the suspect crashed his grandmother's truck on Tuesday morning.
I'm glad that they just cleared that up, because I think in the other show, I was like, well, where the hell did he get his truck from? Is that his truck? Or did I say that out loud, or was I thinking that to myself? Like, how the hell he get it up to date? And he 18. But maybe I didn't say it.
And when he entered the school through an unlocked back door.
He went in at 11:40.
You know, it's kind of funny that he went through the unlocked back door. How the hell he knew the back door was unlocked? He don't go to that school. Y'all need to be questioning the teacher.
He walks, and I'm at approximate 20 feet, 30 feet. He makes a right. He walks into the hallway. He makes a right, walks another 20 feet, turns left into a schoolroom.
How do you know that? Unless they got cameras inside the school. Unless they got the cameras inside the school, I give them that. You know what I'm saying? But he made a right, a left, a turnaround, a roundabout pitch, out of the shit. Without the cameras, how the hell you know that? Shout out to Latifah for the 199 super chat. Say Walker, Texas Ranger would have known what to do. I'm trying to tell you something. Where the hell Chuck Norris at when you need him? I ain't got in the screen. Shout out to Esther for the $3 cash shot. He said this story changed when them videos come out. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna keep getting worse, y'all.
20 feet, 30 feet, he makes a right. He walks into the hallway, he makes a right, walks another 20 feet, turns left into a schoolroom, into a classroom that has doors open in the middle. Officers are there, the initial officers, they receive gunfire. They don't make entry initially because of the gunfire they're receiving.
Police.
Whoa. He did all them left, rights, and all that suck shit. Came to the double doors, shit like that right there. The officers was there.
Officers are there, the initial officers, they receive gunfire. They don't make entry initially because of the gunfire they're receiving.
Police.
They don't make entry, so they got to bag on up out the game because he got that thing. He dumping on them. All right, I give him that. You got the back. Listen, when you ain't got enough firepower at the time and somebody really dumping on your ass, you better back up. You better have some cover. You know what I'm saying?
Most of the gunfire was in the initial minutes. There was a standoff for almost an hour before police forced their way into a classroom and killed him. The question remains why they couldn't get to the gunman sooner.
Can you explain to us how he was barricaded?
I hear you.
Because we've been given a lot of bad information, so why don't you clear all of this up?
Clear it up.
Shooting.
Look at all them goddamn people. All the guns is outside and he inside. Because he barricaded. We don't want to go in. The fuck? I'm confused.
Everybody was like hitting the dirt on the floor and just
the bullets were hitting close bullets from where?
I guess he was coming from the school this way.
Parents were frustrated police wouldn't let them help save their children, despite safety procedures that keep people away from an active crime scene.
Do y'all see all this artillery that they got? SWAT outside. What is we do? They don't care. Damn it, we love the kids. Look. Look at all this artillery.
Procedures that keep people.
Y'all do know that they say one dude went up in there with some guns. One. Say they in tactical gear out there. I'm trying to tell what is we waiting on? The Marines or something? And I'm pretty sure a lot of the law enforcement is probably ex-military, or maybe they not.
Away from an active crime scene. Jesse Rodriguez lost his daughter in the shooting. He's angered by what he saw officers doing outside the school.
They should have moved in. You know, I don't think they had a right to sit there on their ass waiting.
You say he's supposed to be shot at 2 people across the street at the funeral home. I'm trying to tell you what the hell going on out here.
They should have moved in faster.
In all, more than 100 federal officers responded to the shooting.
We don't care about the high numbers of officers. The problem is what took y'all so goddamn long to go in the goddamn building. Damn it, it's just bullets. What? Oh, you afraid of dying? That's what's up.
In addition to local police, for one young third grader hiding from the gunman, it seemed like even more.
All we saw were thousands of police and Border Patrol coming into the cafeteria. And we were all hiding behind the stage in the cafeteria when it happened.
The Uvalde.
Little Playboy, we gonna let you go on with your story about the numbers and stuff like that, about what you seen. We ain't even gonna challenge you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. We worry about what the adults saying out here in these streets. Go ahead,
The
play.
school district did have a safety plan.
But boy, if I wasn't on YouTube, I got some questions for you too. But we gonna let it slide because that's what's up.
With a system in place to provide a safe and secure environment. 21 measures, including a locked door policy.
We're still trying to establish if there was any type of locking mechanisms on the doorway from the inside of the classroom because the gunman was able to barricade himself.
Listen. Do y'all understand when they come to the trap? The entrepreneurs inside the trap house is barricaded. How they always seem to get into the trap house? That's barricaded. You know, the doors is closed and all that stuff right there. They get in, no problem.
If you're a life insurance agent not
I'm
selling
almost a life
as many
insurance
high-ticket
agent.
policies
Go
that
ahead.
you want to be.
And Pamela, we are told tonight that there were a number of officers inside the school building that were taking fire from the shooter, and that those officers responding to the scene were taking cover from that gunfire inside the school. But there is still an hour where all of this is unfolding and still many questions left unanswered.
So that was all in the beginning. That was all in the beginning. It was an hour he was in there by himself, just chilling, eating the school pizza. Damn it, what day does this go? Because pizza is on Thursdays. So shit, probably eating some chicken nuggets and shit, some chocolate milk or something like that. I know he was hungry. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lundy for the $1 cash out. Say, like I said earlier, the police matter. Fuck them. First, fuck them kids. I'm trying. Yeah. Your life is more important. The police life is more important than everybody else.
As to why at some point during that hour there weren't clear efforts made to breach that classroom where the gunman was.
Thank you.
And out front now, former acting Baltimore Police Commissioner Anthony Barksdale and Kenneth Trump, president of the National School Safety and Security Services. It's just so hard.
Y'all tell us what y'all think about it.
On the heels of that piece that Lucy did, just to absorb all these precious children and teachers who were killed in
Girl, stop trying to be emotional and get to the goddamn question. Doing too much.
Barksdale. And right now, police are trying to piece it together, and we understand that, but there has been changing stories.
We finna get to the change story. Shout out to Alfred for the $2 super chat. Say it's no holds barred when it comes to the trap. I'm trying to tell you something. Think about this right here. Imagine if it was one of their own, a officer that was trapped in. They would have went in about their officer. They brother in blue.
Walked into the school unobstructed. They had previously said there was a campus officer in a car who engaged the shooter before he entered. Even one official saying that resource officer was interviewed when in fact there was no resource officer. What do you make of the changing story from the police right now?
Unacceptable.
Thank you. Good answer.
An incident like this, get your facts straight.
Thank you.
Have it straight. Have your timeline straight.
Thank you. Put your lie together. Get your timeline straight. Get your straight. Do that before you Willie say husband until you know the hell you're talking about. I ain't got to scream. You know what I'm saying?
When you have an incident like this, you want to document. You want to know exactly what happened from beginning to end. You report this to the public.
We need corroborating. Big word. I ain't got in the street corroborating stories. Y'all got to corroborate. That means put your stories together and make sure the shit makes sense. They say front of 803, say something to county sugar. Say keep on ministering at them and they jumped up ministering to mayhem made millennium misfits out here in the goddamn street. I'm trying.
To news reporters, and you don't have your facts straight.
Thank you.
So how do any of these parents trust anything that's said from this department at this point moving forward?
Thank you.
We have an SRO that was there at one moment, and now, oh, well, let's get this straight. There was no contact as reported. That's troubling. And it's an indicator of a problem in that agency.
Kenneth, I see you sort of nodding your head to what Anthony is saying. You know, officials said they believed the door was unlocked. That's how the shooter gained entry. And also there was no resource officer on campus. We now know that despite what officials had said earlier. Your reaction?
And shout out to Vincent for the $2 cash out. Say question still remains. What did the kids do though? Yeah, that's a great question. Maybe we're going to answer it like before the week out. Next week, something like that. We're going to find out. Go ahead.
We need to train our communications officers to be transparent, authentic, and timely, but most of all to be accurate. Provide chunks of information that are solid facts and pause until you can get the right stuff out. Because we don't want to add more anxiety, confusion, and lack of confidence on top of an already challenging and senseless tragedy. As far as the unlocked door, we've been working in this field for more than 30 years and 3 decades I've had, and we're still throwing tons of technology into target hardening, more equipment, cameras, metal detectors, access control on doors, and still any security technology is only as good as the weakest human link behind it. We're spending more time in putting in equipment and less time in training our people on how to do this. And we have to focus in on situational awareness, having people who are trained.
Y'all walk around with all them cute ass guns and shit. Let me hold something. You know what I'm saying? Damn it, y'all got on these pretty ass vests and all of the top brands and everything and all this stuff. Y'all in y'all jeans and shit. Y'all, damn it, y'all got the leg holsters and all that shit. You got your hats to the back and your shades on. Boy, y'all cute than the motherfucker. I ain't even got in the street and I ain't shooting shit.
To make cognitive decisions.
Look at him. He get to come to work with shorts and a book bag.
Under duress, and to be aware of recognizing patterns and things that are out of the norm in their surroundings in the context of their day. And the first being, you can put all that equipment on a door, Pam, but if the people are not locking them, if they're leaving them all propped open for convenience, there's some tough questions to ask there. And
you say, Willie, they're trying to blame a teacher saying that she propped the door open to go back into school to get her phone. That's what they said in the beginning. Hell, maybe she was just trying to take a quick little smoke break, something like that right now. But she need to be questioned. I promise you there need to be an investigation, and just in my mind, because of the little dough situation, if there was a teacher who did the dough thing, I'm going to say the teacher is a part of the situation. I'm going to say this early before they decide to finish their investigation and finally say, okay. Yeah, she might have something to do with it.
It's been the same battle for 30 years since, 20 years since the Columbine era, and we're still tackling these same human factors that surpass any type of technology that you can put in.
That's right. We better than
Barksdale
technology.
Video outside the school during the shooting captured some parents pleading with officers. In one video, someone yells, "Go shoot the guy." Officials said today that law enforcement was in the building 4 minutes after the shooter, but they waited for an hour for the tactical team to get there to actually go into that classroom and kill the gunman. Does that surprise you that they waited while these children were still in that classroom for an hour?
They didn't want to lose their lives, and I just want to say, rightfully so. Listen. I know. We have been under the belief that the police always go towards the fight. I get it. And if they don't go towards the battle, they less than a cop. But like somebody had done said, I think it was yesterday, self-preservation kick in and you be like, you know what? Them ain't even much my cheering. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I'm about to retire and shit. Or I just got on the force, which I ain't trying to die this early. You know what I'm saying? It kicks in, you know, but it's a damn shame, but it kicks in.
This has been the complete point of...
All right, come on, man. Listen, we got to get these likes up over 500. I need you. Help a player out. Shout out to Marcus for the $2 super chat. Say they was COD hype ready until they was called to duty. Oh, yeah. Listen, police do play Call of Duty out here in the goddamn street. You know what I'm saying? Until they got called to duty, they weren't ready.
My fellow guests mentioned Columbine. April 20th, 1999, law enforcement learned a lesson, a deadly lesson. You don't wait. You don't form an outside perimeter and keep people back. You go in with what you got.
Thank you.
You go in with your service weapon.
Thank
He's
you.
got a rifle. You've got training. You look for cover.
You got trained. They were trained. They go to the range every month. You have to go to the range and do some shit. You know what I'm saying? They was trained and they was scared. Well, they was trained and decided to not go in. Again, self-preservation. It kicks in. I get it, but
and you
come on,
try to take the shooter down.
Haven't y'all been waiting to shoot somebody, like freely be able to shoot some goddamn body? I'd have ran out all my goddamn clips before I got on the damn radio and said we got a shooter in the building. I'd have bum, bitch, I'm shooting every bum, I'm trying to kill every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? Just in my mind. I'll go ahead.
Capacitate.
He said, Willie, did they have insurance? Did they have the insurance? And them kids, then what's going on here? Mike got a point.
And for these officers to be occupied, keeping people away instead of being in that school.
Do y'all understand that they still outside, hugging and shit? They just outside just lined up. I took that out there being cute.
Fighting for those kids.
They pushing the parents back. And listen, I heard that they done tased some people. I think I said it there earlier. That they tased some people and they arrested people for trying to, well, faking like they going in. Can we just be honest? Faking like they going in.
It is shocking to me. It is disturbing. But then to hear an executive say, oh, well, they were waiting for rifles. They were waiting for body armor. They were waiting for negotiators. There's no negotiation when you're shooting, when you're mowing down little kids.
Thank you. I agree.
With an AR-15. No negotiations.
None.
It is shocking. It's disturbing. And this is absolute failure. And I don't care what anybody else says.
Oh, so I guess that they finally came down to the conclusion that he was shooting an AR-15. But they're not going to tell us what other gun that he was shooting, because remember in the beginning they said he had a gun, yes, and he also had the long rifles, but they was not sure. So I guess that they are sure, because for him to say it, for now, we're going to just take his word that he was shooting the AR also. Shout out to Burt's for the $5 cash out. Say hashtag, say no problem, Bun, Russian, Breonna Taylor. Uh-oh, Breonna Taylor.
So many of us feel that anger. I really do. We feel this anger, and we're still waiting for basic answers to basic questions. Kenneth, officials say the door to the classroom was barricaded, but they wouldn't answer questions today as to why they couldn't get through. Here's what was said.
Can you explain to us how he was barricaded and why you guys cannot breach that door?
So I have taken all your questions into consideration. We will be doing updates. We will be doing updates to answer those questions.
You should be able to answer that question now, sir.
What is your name?
Shimon Prokopez from
Shimon.
CNN.
I hear you.
Because we've been given a lot of bad information, so why don't you clear all of this up now and explain to us how it is that your officers were in there for an hour, yes, rescuing people, but yet no one was able to get inside that room.
Shimon, we will circle back with you.
Oh, he was asked the question, and we gonna have to get back to you, Playboy. Goddamn it, I don't know about it. Then I gotta converse. I gotta corroborate my story with the other officers of why we couldn't get in, why we couldn't break down the door. He didn't have an answer. This is a problem. Somebody need to be sued.
And why you guys cannot breach that door.
So
why you couldn't breach the door?
I have taken all your questions into consideration. We will be doing updates. We will be doing updates to answer those questions.
To answer that question now, sir.
What is your name?
Shimon Prokopez.
You see that little smug? That little smug look you got? We gonna get back with you though, Playboy. You know what I'm saying?
Shimon, I hear you.
Because we've been given a lot of bad information, so why don't you clear all of this up now and explain to us how it is that your officers were in there for an hour, yes, rescuing people, but yet no one was able to get inside that room.
Shimon, we will circle back with you.
Circle back.
It's been more than 48 hours since the shooting. Still no answers to a question like that from my colleague Shimon Prokopez.
Oh, that's a colleague.
Yeah, Pam, the first line of defense is your perimeter on the outside of the school, the doorways to the perimeter doors of the school and the out of the building, and then your classroom doors. Now, most, if not at least many schools in this country have locks on the classroom doors. We don't always advocate for teaching under a locked door because it does impact the functionality, but we do train on fundamental basic drills. Lockdowns, police controlled evacuations, shelter in place. We don't support teaching kids and teachers to throw things, attack gunmen, which is logistically questionable and impossible, especially against someone armed like that. Or to flee. When you teach kids just to run everywhere, in models that are run, hide, fight, you're creating target-rich environments. But that lockdown, those basic lockdowns save lives. Now, we don't know if that classroom had the time, the opportunity. I worked on the Sandy Hook case on the civil litigation end as an expert witness and looked at that closely in Parkland. Some of these unfortunate losses, it's a matter of timing where you just don't have the opportunity. But lockdowns do save lives, and we have to practice those fundamental skills.
He ain't answer none of the shit that she asked. But anyway, man, let me go ahead on and get into the main event right now. But listen. They play too much. Can't we just say it? They play too much. And in the following days, we're going to have a little bit more information and a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. And the shit going to keep on changing again. And as it keep on changing, we're going to be right here to report on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because this is just sad. And I'm not even talking about what happened is sad. I'm talking about
From the Waukesha parade
what
attack.
they're telling us, what they're telling the people, and how they're treating the people is really what's sad. Shout out to Marcus for the $2 super chat. Say lawful force with parents need to talk. Wait. Lawful force with parents need to talk to the shooter. I'm trying to tell man. Did they get a shooter a bond? What would y'all say if they gave the shooter a bond? Are they gonna play it also like mental illness? But anyway, let's go on to get into the main event. You say, well, a wanted menace, Kenneth Twyman. Now listen, I did a short video on him, I think a few months ago or something like that. But I ain't nobody with this serious in the community.
There's a
I really
killer
didn't
on the
know.
loose in Milwaukee.
There's a killer on the loose.
The victim's family says the man wanted for pulling the trigger should have been locked up at the time.
Fox 6 investigator Brian Polson shows you why one of Wisconsin's most wanted criminals keeps getting caught, then released. And the one factor
They keep letting them out, but go ahead.
that makes this case different from the Waukesha parade attack.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
him.
take a sophisticated assessment.
Remember him shooting out the car and shit like that on the gram?
The tool to see this person is dangerous.
Complete menace to the city.
The trick is measuring that danger in dollars.
Money, ultimately, at the end of the day, does not equate to safety.
And that explains why Kenneth Twyman is a wanted man. Again.
It makes no sense whatsoever to me.
This woman, we'll call Mary, is worried.
We don't know Kenny's next move. And that's a fear for us. That's a great fear.
That's why you're talking to me in the dark here.
Yes, exactly.
Last month outside.
Thank you. I like what you just put up there. Informant. That's the first thing I thought about. Wait. So they keep letting them out? That's an informant to me.
At the Quick Mart near
He
Fond du
working.
Lac and Locust, someone shot and killed her nephew, 24-year-old Tavon Luckett.
Tavon.
What happened? What happened?
Her confusion turned to anger when prosecutors charged Twyman with homicide.
4 outstanding warrants, 4 felony open cases.
He had 4 felonies, open cases. Remember.
In 2018, police say Twyman led them on a high-speed chase, crashed into an SUV with a mother and 3 young children inside, then ran off into the darkness.
That boy wild right there.
Inside his car, police found a half pound of marijuana, cocaine, heroin, scales, a gun, ammo, and 7 mobile phones.
He had that work in the car.
Including one that contained videos so concerning.
Never seen such reckless behavior in my days.
Twyman quickly became one of Wisconsin's most wanted.
U.S. Marshals are asking for your help locating this 19-year-old Milwaukee man.
After Fox 6 News featured Twyman's story in December of 2018,
Tonight, that suspect is in police custody.
U.S. Marshals picked him up in Arkansas. A Milwaukee judge set bail at $3,000 cash.
He had a $3,000 cash bond.
And a few months later, Twyman was out.
He was free to wander the streets in Rome, to do whatever he wanted to do.
Since then, he's been in and out of jail.
Ooh, do y'all see this boy record? Do y'all see a timeline of his arrest charges?
Skipping court at least 6 times along the way.
Do you know how many warrants you got for skipping court? It's a warrant for each time you skip court. And you keep getting out. So that judge played too much. I'm trying to tell you something.
And in January, U.S. Marshals went to get him again. This time, they found him at his mom's Milwaukee apartment, along with a 9mm handgun, 17-round magazine, 2 pounds of marijuana, and wads of cash.
At his mama house, did they lock the mama up?
State of Wisconsin versus Kenneth Twyman.
In a digital recording of Twyman's initial appearance, his lawyer tells the court $1,000 bail is more than enough.
$1,000 bail is more than enough. Meaning that please don't go over these 1,000 because it's gonna be too much. So he must be snitching. I'm trying to tell you something. Come on now, dog.
Only other job he has is working with his father at his father's store.
He got a daddy.
Still, prosecutors wanted much more, and they got it.
I am going to follow the state's recommendation to set the $7,500 cash.
That's a pretty substantial amount of bail, right? $7,500?
Yeah. 4 days later,
$7,500. Man.
This man, who identified himself as a family member of Twyman's, paid $7,500.
And he's out again.
Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. As soon as I step on the scene, I hear the mooch screaming. Ken folk done slid up, drop that there. That's what's up.
To commit murder.
On April 14th, police say Tavon Luckett went into the Quick Mart to get pizza rolls. When he came out, he recognized Kenny Twyman and called his name. A witness said the 2 men appeared to shake hands before Twyman shot Luckett in the neck and chest, then hopped in a car and rode away.
They shook hands, he popped his ass and went on head on by their business. You know what I'm saying?
Did that cash bond keep your family safe?
No.
Wow.
No, it did not. We are still not safe.
I wonder what his daddy think about this. Hell, his daddy probably scared to say something to him. He might think that his own son will pop him. He might just pop him. Be careful, Daddy.
We're equating a higher cash bail with public safety, and that's just not the case.
Nick Sainer is co-founder of Justice Point, Milwaukee County's pretrial services agency, and an outspoken advocate of bail reform.
If money isn't going to work, and money doesn't work, then we have to take a look at other options.
But bail reform means different things to different people. The Waukesha parade attack last fall focused attention on low bail for violent offenders, prompting State Senator Julian Bradley to call for minimum bail amounts for certain crimes.
Julian, we got to work on size, pimp. The same way we talk about them babies. Them got to work on size. I'm trying to help out here. You want to live a healthier life?
How do you pick a fixed dollar amount like $5,000 or $10,000 and say that's the magic number?
That's not the magic number. It's the minimum. It's the starting point.
Twyman posted a total of $12,500, but still wound up charged with homicide.
When someone needs to be
charged with homicide,
be detained, they need to be detained, period.
Sainer wants to eliminate cash bail altogether.
That boy do got sleep apnea. I'm trying to tell you, yeah. You right about that right there, old thick boy.
By releasing most defendants until their cases are resolved, but holding the most dangerous ones in jail, no matter how much cash they have.
You're held until your hearing date. How do you feel about that?
I think that's a very good idea.
As it is, Mary says the criminal justice system let her family down, but it's what happened after her nephew's death that rubbed salt in the wound.
$7,500 cash bond with 8 warrants, CI or serious connections. You right about that. Hell, that's what they need to look into. Shit, he might know the mayor. I ain't no telling.
You know that he was going to be there via Zoom. I mean, why didn't you go and get this guy?
On April 21st, a Milwaukee court commissioner issued a homicide warrant for Twyman. The next day, he was in court on a different case, appearing by Zoom from his lawyer's office in Racine. The prosecutor knew there was a warrant, but according to Deputy DA Kent Lovern, she said nothing.
It would be in the interest of law enforcement and in our interest to not have that information divulged to a subject who is wanted.
All he had to do was just pick up the phone and
When I tell you. But listen, this is in Milwaukee. This is election season. Let me back that up. It's election season.
This guy.
On April 21st, a Milwaukee court commissioner issued...
That was this year. April. First-degree reckless homicide.
A homicide warrant for Twyman. The next day...
That boy 130 pounds. Hold on. A player 5'3". Hold on.
I mean, why didn't you go and get this guy?
On April 21st, a Milwaukee court commissioner issued...
Ooh, that boy 5'6", 130. Somebody give him one more cheeseburger, pimp.
A homicide warrant for Twyman. The next day, he was in court on a different case, appearing by Zoom from his lawyer's office in Racine.
He was at his lawyer's office. Oh, he connected like a motherfucker. Look. He have a lawyer. He's able to be at the lawyer's office. That's what's up.
The prosecutor knew there was a warrant, but according to Deputy DA Kent Lovern, she said nothing.
It would be in the interest of law enforcement and in our interest to not have that information divulged to a subject who is wanted.
All he had to do was just pick up the phone and make a phone call.
Mary says her family members are grieving, but they are also scared.
Who knows what he's going to do next?
If the say we're the same height and weight, laugh out loud. Okay.
System won't hold Kenneth Twyman accountable, she says.
This could turn into a real gun battle within the city of Milwaukee.
Yes, it can. Shout out to Terrell for the $6 cash app. Say that's old dog little brother from Menace Society. I'm trying to tell that boy that reckless out here in the goddamn street. You say y'all think Willie for this funny, please. Just say y'all think Willie for this funny, please. Thank Willie on the chat room. I appreciate that right there.
Streets will.
Kenneth Twyman was actually due in court in Waukesha County on Monday for a plea and sentencing in a felony bail jumping and drug possession case from 2021. But with that homicide warrant out for his arrest in Milwaukee, of course, he was a no-show here. We're told Milwaukee police have now asked U.S. Marshals to find Kenny Twyman for the third time. In Waukesha. Brian Polson.
Shout out to Waukesha, man. Waukesha County, y'all. Can we say failures? Or we got to go with what we think. Player connected out here in these goddamn street. Player know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? So listen, make sure when y'all out there in Waukesha that y'all leave Buddy alone. Damn it, when you see him, leave him alone. Let a player go ahead on by the goddamn business now. Do not bother him. Now, ladies, y'all can still hunch him if you want to. Hey, since you've been hunching them, you can just keep on hunching them. You say, well, damn, Milwaukee prosecutors watching the Willie Williams show because she know or she knew said the Willie Williams show, hush. Man, don't you say nothing. We'll find out where you stay at, baby. Be careful out here in these goddamn street. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all for being here for the nightly news. I hope that y'all was entertaining. Y'all had a good goddamn time, so y'all get on out there and be a part of SCD Friday, man. Just enjoy your weekend because it has been a long week. It has been a long week. A lot has been going on, but goddamn it, every week we got news, and every week we're going to continue to pop out here. I appreciate y'all for joining, telling people about the player, subscribe. Remember to hit the bell. I need y'all to hit the bell, so hopefully when they decide to do the notifications that they're going on to send it out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with a player. Y'all have a good time. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody. Y'all be careful. Watch 23-689. All got them time. But boy, I got to go. I'm hungry and I'm horny. Y'all have a good one, man. I'm out of here. Do what y'all do. Peace out right now.